Good morning, Holy Spirit.
They say, if you have a laptop, please join. If you don't have, please go away. But again, some of these laptops are going to apply mergers, the ICT. Again, it's going to affect the manpower. And when it affects the manpower, eventually it will reflect back. Many people will be laid off.
Now let's turn to artificial intelligence, because the International Monetary Fund has warned that 40% of all jobs around the world will be impacted by AI. It says the effect is even more pronounced in the developed world, where 60% of roles will be affected. According to the IMF, half of us will benefit from higher productivity, but the other half, the rise of AI could see lower salaries, reduced hiring, and even some jobs disappearing altogether. And it increases inequality potentially within society and between rich and poor nations. Let's hear from Kristalina Georgieva, Managing Director of the IMF.
We must focus on helping lower income countries in particular to move faster, to be able to catch the opportunities that artificial intelligence would present. In other words, embrace it, it is coming. Set aside the fear of this significant change and concentrate on how you can best tap into the opportunity.
And it's going to be used as a standard, as a tool of doing the mergers. That
the job that will facilitate 10 people, put 2 people. Now where are the 8?
Baliwa. That's what you want to see. Both in Uganda and out of Uganda.
Well, the rise of AI is one of the big topics at the World Economic Forum, which starts in the Swiss ski resort of Davos today. The forum is warning that misinformation and disinformation created by AI is the most significant risk to global stability over the next 5 years, ahead of climate change, war and economic weakness. Well, I spoke to Sachin Dev Durgal, who's co-founder of the software development platform Builder AI. He's at the forum in Davos. I asked him if he agrees.
With all of these things, it's a balanced scorecard approach. So there is a risk of misuse in terms of misinformation that can be generated, deepfakes that can be generated. But at the same time, there's also the potential for massively improving individual productivity. One of the things that we're seeing globally is a big mismatch between demand and supply in many industries, whether it's development of software, in marketing services. And now AI is allowing every human being to be that much more productive and help sort of square off that mismatch.
I suppose it being the big topic in Davos this week for you is quite good news. I mean, no publicity is bad publicity, is it? But how do you, sort of when you're going around glad-handing with all the other big business leaders, how do you address those concerns?
Look, I think, the big concern is folks are nervous, folks are concerned. Everything from how are you going to educate our kids, because there's a question of whether they need to be coding, right the way through to what does it mean for low-income markets or low-income countries, and sort of how are they going to be able to leverage AI, or whether they're going to be able to leverage AI. And we're still really early in this, right? So we're in the days of dial-up. And broadband is still some ways away. And I think what we're going to start to see in 2024 is the technology access will become cheaper. You will see more folks leveraging it even from lower economic areas. And that will actually hopefully give them superpowers to be able to do and gain access to skills that otherwise they weren't able to.